Previously on Tenins. Useless fucks. What the fuck fucked up fucking sense? A fucking wonder. Fuck this game. Clusterfuck. A fucking Far Cry. How the fuck? Fucking fuck. Fucking. These fuckers. What in the fuck? Fuck you. Fuck all the fuck. Fucking fuckhole. Fuck. Casper and the Ghostly Trio. Otherwise known as Blast Fucks Up Another Video Game Cover. Look at this shit. Casper's like 3 times the size of characters that are meant to be bigger than him. They're also supposed to be his enemies, but he's just totally ignoring them and smiling. I don't get it. And what the fuck kind of skull is this? What human head have you ever seen look like that? Fucking cover artist was on drugs. I will be honest though, I'm actually looking forward to playing this one because of all the other games so far, not one of them has had a story. Which is ludicrous because they're all based off movies or TV shows. There's a story been written for them, just Blast is too lazy to put one into the game. But yeah, Casper and the Ghostly Trio sounds like it could be a story, so fingers crossed. While the opening menu screen doesn't exactly instill much confidence, you'd imagine that they might, have Casper on the fucking screen and not some shitty still image of a library. I actually left this screen open for ages too, thinking that some animation would go by or characters would interact with it somehow. But there's nothing. This is their title screen. So you press start and then you're taken to... Oh, so this is the main menu. So what was the fucking point in this? What, were they so proud of their shitty 3D library that they had to give it its own screen? And what's up with the Casper logo? It looks like whoever made the menu just took a screen grab from the cover or something. I mean, there's this weird light at the end where the candle is on the cover, and then there's this weird block of white. What, were they too lazy just to Photoshop the logo from its background? Anyway, you want to see what story's in this game? Well, hold on to your seats because the effort they put into this is going to blow your fucking mind. Whoa, not even a shitty fucking cutscene, just this loading screen bullshit. Actually, no, I lied. It's not just a loading screen. They also put an extended version in their shitty game manual. Hey assholes, people aren't stupid. Okay, well, some people are stupid, yes, but my point is that nobody could care about this half-baked bullshit. Not only because it's boring, but it's also patently clear that you couldn't give a fuck about the story yourselves. Join Casper, the friendly ghost of film and television fame, in his most spooktacular adventure yet. Fuck you. And your game's a buggy fucking mess. Casper looks like he's taking a shit, the controls suck, and after about 20 seconds in, all of the sound effects just stop working. I even tried to turn them up in the options menu, but it does nothing. The gameplay is just bad. The camera never follows where you want it to. Casper's attack is only useful when he can lock onto enemies, but even that's temperamental. And the goal of each of the game's 6 levels is to collect 4 keys which unlock the door to the exit. In designing this, however, I think the developers forgot that Casper the Friendly Ghost is a fucking ghost. He can float through walls, hence him being a ghost. So collecting keys to unlock a door is nothing but a stark reminder of how fucking useless Blast are at making games. What's next? Thunderbirds. You know what? The cover doesn't actually look that bad. It's got the characters, the Thunderbirds, and then, shock horror, the back of the cover, it's not drizzled with that disgusting orange template that Blast always use. It actually looks like a proper game. It's actually following a colour scheme. And when you load up the game, you'll never guess what you hear. It's the Thunderbirds theme. Yeah, it's a fucking horrible rendition of it, but it's actually the theme song. And then... a cutscene. Have Blast actually made a game? No, they haven't. Because aside from all of the cosmetics, it's back to that good old lazy game making that we all know and love. Mediocre gameplay, no voiceovers, no story, and no interaction whatsoever from any of the characters even though they're on the fucking box. The graphics look like shit. This is maybe the worst looking game that Blast have put out, and that's saying something. Just look at these fucking textures. The game consists of completing arduous missions set in different parts of the world where the objective is to either land somewhere on the map to pick up people who we never see, or pick up objects on the map and move them to another location. That's it. There are some sections where you have to shoot down an enemy plane or something, but this is the entire game. You would also think that the game would be easy, but it's not. It's fucking relentless. The missions where you have to pick up and drop off objects are given time limits, and this time limit does not fuck around. They give you barely enough time to complete the task, so much so that if you make a single mistake, you're better off just waiting for the clock to run out and then try again. Seriously, look at this shit. It also doesn't help that trying to pick up objects with this grapple hook is one of the most frustrating fucking things I've played, because not only are you rushing due to the timer, but there's also this wind that keeps pushing you away from it. What the fuck, I can't even position myself above this thing, let alone try and pick it up. Then the stupidest fucking thing of all is that you can't control the altitude of the Thunderbirds, which would be fine, but when you do manage to pick up an object, you'll be racing to get it to its location, and then suddenly... oh, what the fuck, you miserable piece of ballsack. Now, not only do I have to go back and pick up the fucking thing, but I've also probably now failed the mission because the timer gives you no room for error. This is such fucking horseshit. I mean, look at this shit. 10 seconds left to put down a roadblock. Almost there. Almost. 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 What? But I did it! The fucking roadblock is there! Fucking shit is worse than Dark Souls. The Thunderbirds also apparently have the most boring jobs imaginable. Move radioactive barrels, put out fires, save cows. What the fuck? Save cows? The Thunderbirds are saving cows. What a fucking joke. And I keep losing the fucking mission because the ship can't raise its altitude, so the cows crash into the land and then the clock runs out. I love how the Thunderbirds just fall out of the sky as well when the timer runs out. It's like the pilot just commits suicide. This game is just the worst. I wouldn't mind, but it's completely missing the point of the show. Thunderbird's charm was in its cheesy use of puppets and its obvious use of miniatures in its action scenes. It was hilarious. So what do Blast do? Make a top-down shooter and don't include any of those elements. Fucking idiots. And now I'm playing a shittier version of Asteroid.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Charlotte's Web. And if you're not taken aback by that beautiful menu music, then prepare to have your head explode, because this game follows the story of the movie. Yeah, this one. Of all the fucking games in this review, they put a story mode in Charlotte's fucking Web. You know, that movie that deals with themes of mortality, death, loss. Not something fun like Home Alone or Jumanji. No. These fuckers who can barely even design a game cover are going to try and tug on your heartstrings. More like tugging their cock. So the game starts us off with a minigame where we control a pram being rolled down what must be the longest hill in the world. The controls are shit and you have to stay alive for 60 seconds and collect as many apples as you can. Why? Fuck knows. Eventually the pram comes to a stop and we're told that the pig that was inside has now arrived at a farm. So the bulk of the game takes place at the farm, where you have to complete a series of exciting missions such as pick up items and then put them down in different locations, wrestle with maniacal camera, spin a web to create words, create more words, shoot boots and cans at crows with a catapult? Yeah, I don't get it either. Jump into puddles of milk as the pig is getting a buttermilk bath? Okay, what the fuck? And never mind about how miserable the gameplay of this thing is. Like, when I'm picking up the items on the farm, I have to avoid the farmers and dogs, because if they catch me, I lose the item and I'm then sent back to the start of the level. Oh, they also happen to be faster than you, and they have completely random movement patterns. I mean, look at how erratic their movements are. These fuckers belong in a mental hospital, not a farm. Then they walk themselves into trees and can't escape, and then they walk through fences. It's shit like this that makes me think Blast are lying when they say that they have 5 game testers in the credits section for every game in the back of their manuals. So as I wade through this mess, I get to experience the story of Charlotte's Web. I get to watch as the developers expertly weave a tale of how 2 characters from different walks of life become friends. I complained about how Blast were lazy with their cutscenes when I played Beverly Hills Cop, but I had no idea they could be this bad. And how could it be worse than that, you ask? Text boxes! Nothing but text boxes! Yeah, the game doesn't even have a single miserable cutscene. And oh, what wonderful dialogue it is too. Just look at this shit! And then of course comes the scene that we've all been dreading. When Charlotte the spider begins to fade away and slowly starts to die. I need a tissue. Because I just came. Whoever programmed this game must be like the stupidest human being alive. What a waste of space. I bet he's just a fucking loser who just coasts through life and does nothing. Life is probably just completely honest.
All I ever wanted was to make people smile. I had a family to support. Big companies weren't hiring. And I couldn't afford to make something on my own. At some point, everyone gives up on their dreams. What will my legacy be? Are my parents proud of me? Does my son think about me? I'm so sorry. All I ever wanted was to make people smile. Support Tennings on Patreon! You can now enable Tennings' inevitable road to suicide with your hard-earned money.